Told that at least 400 miners are still underground in a hostage situation at the Modder East Gold 1 mine in Springs. That's on Gauteng's East Rand. 9 miners, have been released so far. According to reports, they're also being tortured and held against their will underground. Some of the workers who've been released have been beaten and are in a concerning situation. Unions are now calling for urgent police intervention. Let's get you a sense of what else we know so far. Bring in Victor Ngwane, who's the regional organizer for the National Union of Mine Workers. That's the NUM. In fact, we're also told he was on the ground till late last night and joins us to give us a first-hand account of what's taking place. Victor, thanks very much indeed for your time and welcome to the AM report. We've been here before, haven't we? But let's just begin with what we know so far. As things stand, how many workers are still underground and by extension, how many have resurfaced?
Thank you, Ayanda. Good morning to you and good morning to your viewers. As things stand, there are 403 miners who are still underground. 13 has resurfaced, and mostly is those who are sick, under chronic illness, and those who have been assaulted.
And can you perhaps paint the picture for us of the kind of assault that those who you say were assaulted have suffered? Because the minister who spoke to us yesterday here on Newzroom Afrika suggested that there were beatings that people were subjected to.
There are beatings, not just beatings. They were really beating.
And what have they told you happened?
On Thursday night, they went for the normal shift. So there were tip-offs that there might be a planned sit-in. So there were different groups. Others didn't want to go underground, and others were insisting that they go underground. So we are told that the decision was taken by management to go underground or face a situation of no work, no pay. Because remember, this thing has been happening. The mine has been halted for some weeks, then restarted again. So they went underground, but immediately when I think about 3 or 4 cages went down, they were headed to a certain direction by a group of plus minus 50 people to say no one is going to their workplaces. We are gathering here. We need the management to listen to our demands. That's what we were told. But when we got to the scene, obviously we were expecting demands or communication from management, but management said they have not received any direct demand from those people voluntarily stayed in. So there were no demands. So then it then continued. I think Saturday when the minister came, he wanted to engage with all unions, but AMCU couldn't be found. He then called Mr. Machunjwa and he promised that he'll send a delegation to the mine yesterday, 9 o'clock. Now, these people are communicating with people on the surface. That information went underground, and they were hopeful that there was a meeting that's going to take place yesterday, 9 o'clock. Then after that, what we hear from the lines was that they were going to come out once their leaders, what they call their leaders, would have then communicated with them. So it happened that didn't happen. Then this assaults started escalating then. Because I think, obviously, because of frustration now.
Sure. It's very interesting that, you say that there are AMCU people who are communicating with those underground, because AMCU has also spoken to us, and they've completely distanced themselves from any kind of criminality, and assault is, of course, a criminal offense, amongst other things. And so one has to wonder who exactly is orchestrating this sit-in, and to what end?
I think the company is in a better position to answer that, because through their investigation, they know who exactly has been communicating with these people. And from what we have seen on those who are standing by the taxi ranks, they have been clearly saying that they are AMCU and they want AMCU there. Because initially, on the initial sitting, the demand was clear that they want recognition for AMCU. But the legal process is unfolding. Then we then took a conscious decision, because upon analyzing the situation, we consent that people are going to die here, regardless of these legal processes or not. and jobs are going to be lost. We terminated this agreement. Now, the issue of recognition is a non-starter at this point. It's not something that they can strike against, because when they started this, it was literally 4 days to the official termination of the close-shop agreement. The close-shop agreement will be terminated on the 14th, as per the notice period, 14th of December.
My understanding is that among those who are underground was management as well, or at least people who are part of the management team, I should say. What kind of update are you receiving about their handling of the situation, if at all they feel that they're in control, and possibly also just, I suppose, their mental and physical well-being?
What we know is that everyone who's underground is kept hostage now. There's no management managing the situation. In actual fact, the latest is that it has now escalated to a racial issue. There are white miners underground who are being humiliated. They are undressed. They are being whipped from time to time. It has become a racial issue now underground, with these perpetrators saying that maybe if they beat up these white guys, management and the government will listen to them. The demand that we are getting, or that we also thought would be a demand. Remember, from the first sit-in, there has been investigation and disciplinary action taken against the perpetrators. So they are the ones who then are pushing for this sit-in to say, we fought for you, or we fought for this particular organization to be recognized. Now we are being dismissed. Those who are left must also fight for us.
Sure.
That's what led to this current sit-in situation. Because if you can check, most of the people who are at the rank are part of those who were dismissed. And maybe to be clear, some of our members are also dismissed because they were underground on those particular days. We have appealed. We are waiting for the appeal sessions to begin. And if we don't find our way, they will obviously take the matter to CCMA. So that's the expectation, that everyone should follow the same processes. That if you are not satisfied with the decisions at the company level, you have room to take the matter to CCMA.
Yeah, absolutely. Victor, those are very serious claims. I mean, people supposedly being stripped and beaten is nothing to be scoffed at. I have to ask you where you're getting that information from.
Remember, there are phones that are being recorded. What's happening is the guys underground, there are those landline phones underground. They are the one with access to that. So they are able to call their supporters on surface. So there are lines that are recordable. So from time to time, we will be listening to those calls. So the white miner who was brutally beaten and sent to surface, he was sent naked. He came to surface naked. They just beat him up, left him there by the station, called for the case to come down, and then he was sent to surface with a note threatening to kill a chief boss if the mine didn't send food supplies within 2 hours.
Wow. In other words, if you were asked to provide evidence for these claims, this is something you'd easily be able to do.
The minister was there. Him and the DMRE saw the man who was brutally beaten. So it's not claims or trying to exacerbate the situation. It's a reality. It's something that's there. Black miners, white miners, they are being beaten underground. Other former shop stewards, there are allegations that some things that happened years ago, they must now pay for those things. So they are being beaten. Sure. I can confirm 5 that's still underground that we were told that they were really beaten. One black miner was beaten on the second day, on Friday. He was assaulted since Friday. So while they are sending people up, we are expecting that he might also resurface, but till this stage, he has not.
Wow, an incredibly worrying and distressing situation unfolding at Moda East Gold 1 mine in Springs. That's on Gauteng's East Rand. But Victor Ngwane, for your take, thanks very much indeed. Appreciate your time here on the AM Report. Victor Ngwane is the regional organizer for the NUM at that operation. Incredibly worrying, and that's probably an understatement. It's a major developing story sharply on our radar. We'll keep watching it for you as it continues to unfold.